And we're live. Welcome to the Kick the Can podcast, episode 4. Today we'll be talking about the NHL, talk about some bracket picks, and much more. Let's get started. So we have a new person on the podcast today, the other twin, as we know him, Gio Rampula.
What's up, lads?
Say something about yourself. Let the viewers know who you are, who you really are.
Go Suns, go.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Include the Bears, and that's half of them. So.
Yeah. So Link and Morano both have teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You guys confident?
Always. When you got Connor, you're always confident.
How do you shut off this music, though? That's my question.
You mute it.
Okay. It's okay. So the Oilers. Bren, where do you have in them finishing?
That music, I don't fucking know.
I think, well, we beat them 7-3 in the season series, or 7-2.
7-2.
I think we'll beat the Jets. And then it's the Leafs. Struggle against them this year. It's a tough matchup, but, you never know.
Thank God that fucking music shut off. I swear to God. I couldn't hear a single word anybody was saying.
It's okay. It's live. It's live.
Yeah, I couldn't hear a single word anybody was saying.
It's okay, Carl. It's fine. The Patriots suck. Whatever.
We're not talking about football.
Okay, let's hear Link talk about the Leafs.
Yeah.
If they don't win, I'm gonna kill somebody. Let's just say
What's one more year?
Huh?
Yeah.
You've only waited how long? Like over 60 years? How long's it been? Fuck.
Been more than that. 67.
I'm 85, so it's been a couple of years. So no, but yeah, like I've got to see the Raptors win, so it'd be nice to see the Leafs win in my lifetime. And I feel like the Leafs really, bought in. They put in a lot of their future in to try and win it now. So I feel like now is the time, or else they're kind of screwed for the future, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree.
So, do you guys want to go each division and talk about each division?
Yeah. Let's do each
matchup,
division
yeah.
and talk about each matchup exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the North since we're from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto, Montreal. Who do you guys have?
Start off with Carl, yeah.
Yeah, go Carl. Gio.
Who and why?
Obviously it took Toronto. You can't because I think if they lose, it's like completely done. It's over. They got to blow it up. Another season, another fucking losing round in the playoffs. Like what the fuck? If they lose, it's done. It's all done. I'm telling you.
You think they're going in rebuild if they lose?
They can't go and rebuild, right? As they still have young players. Matthews is young, Marner's young, Nylander's young. Everybody's young on the team. It's just like it's the same players over and over again each year, and it's the same shit each year. It's the first round loss in the playoffs. So
right.
what do you got to do? You got to trade somebody.
I've said it before. They have the easiest path to the Stanley Cup that they've ever had. If you don't excel at what they have right now, there's no point in even trying anymore. Like, for real.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. For sure.
Joe, what about you? What do you think?
In the Toronto, who do I think wins that series?
Yeah.
I think Toronto should absolutely win that series. I wouldn't be pushing the panic button if they don't get out of the first round this year.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is I'm checking their cap friendly right now. I want to see which guys are on expiring contracts. Like Nick Foligno's on he's 1 year left on his UFA, so he's up at the end of this year. Wayne Simmons up at the end of this year. Galchenyuk, not so much of an issue. Spezza and Thornton are all on their last year, and then D they got Hutton and Travis Dermott. Anderson and Rittich both are on their last year. They have Campbell for next few years. I don't know. I think the biggest worry for them, if they don't make it out of the first round and go on a run this year, is what they're going to lose. Not just to the Seattle expansion draft, but also just free agency.
No,
They
but
don't have a lot of cap space right now too. So, but I think Toronto should absolutely win this series. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. I think Toronto should absolutely win this series. Just forward depth against forward depth. I think the only question mark really for the Leafs is their goaltending. Like they have 3 technically starters on their roster, and all 3 of them haven't been able to play a consistent 20 games consecutively, other than Campbell. So, and Campbell's probably the least playoff experienced goaltender in their lineup. So, do you hope that he still rides hot, or do you go with Freddie Anderson, who's been a proven good goaltender in the past? But I mean, if you look at his stats, he's been absolute dog shit this year. Like I think combined with the NHL and AHL, I don't even think he's kissing a .900 save percentage. Like
No,
you can't rely on that in the playoffs. And then Dave Rittich has been known to absolutely choke in playoffs. So it's like that's my one thing with them is the goaltending. And so if you stack it up, forwards, they have the edge over the Habs. Defense, I'd honestly stay with Weber healthy in that lineup. It's a pretty even split on the D side, just because you got on Montreal, you've got Weber, Sherratt, Edmondson, Petrie, and then they brought in Merrill and Gustafson for their third pair to kind of like pad them a little bit, because they don't know what's going to happen with Romanov. Kulak's not an experienced defenseman either, so like that's a solid decor, especially their top 4. And then you got the Leafs, you got Riley, Brody, Muzzin, Hall. I like that's a pretty even matchup, those 2. But I think where the Leafs could win on the depth chart is they've got Dermott and Bogosian. I don't know if Bogosian's back from injury. Does anyone know if he's back yet?
No, he's still hurt. He's hurt
He's
bad.
still hurt.
He
So
hurt his shoulder bad. He's on the LTIR.
okay, so I guess Ben Hutton's slotted in now with their roster. That's where like Dermott and Bogosian gives them that shifted edge. But I think with Kulak and Romanov, I think they beat that bottom pair out. So, and then goaltending, if Price gets hot, they beat them in that aspect too. So I don't like people saying it's going to be a 4-game sweep. I don't know what they're talking about. Like Montreal's got guys like Perry, Josh Anderson, who's a proven playoff guy, Eric Stahl, who's a very underrated guy that came in at the deadline. They still got Suzuki, who's playing well. Deno's finally back in the lineup. Gallagher's back in the lineup. Like that's not going to be an easy series to any degree. But
is Gallagher back?
Gallagher's back, yeah.
Are they playing the rookies? Caulfield and no?
Caulfield and I think KK are both out of the lineup right now. Yeah, because they brought in Armia and Lekkonen's back on the 4th line. So I agree with that. I wouldn't play Caulfield in the playoffs. That's just me. I know there's big Caulfield fans, ride or dies, but I just don't think he's a playoff hockey kind of guy yet. He's too young.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think you said it all, Joe. Brand, I'm not even going to ask you guys. No,
I want to hear Brand. I want to hear Brand and Mikey.
Well, I could say my pick, but everything you basically explained, I agreed with everything. Like,
yeah. I think Carey Price is probably the most important player that we talked about.
Did you guys see the news today?
What?
The AHL?
Gallagher and Carey Price are playing in the AHL game tomorrow.
Good.
Laval.
Good thinking.
I just think, man, if Toronto loses, they're going to be eaten alive by the media. Like it's going to be bad.
Well, of course,
it'll be bad.
Where's their stands?
They can't literally. If I'm Austin Matthews, I'm sitting in that dressing room thinking, if me and this team lose this playoff series, we're going to be eaten alive. It's going to be so bad. They can't lose.
They're aware of it, but like
Kyle Dubas too. Kyle Dubas.
They're young. They have
Kyle Dubas is shitting his pants. Kyle Dubas is shitting his pants. If Kyle Dubas, he's on thin ice, man. I'm telling you.
I think he's built a good team.
He has built a great team. They only
have
and then 3 picks in the upcoming draft. They have a
playoff loss. He built a great team and a first round.
But it's on the players too. You can't. That's why I hate people who just blame GMs. It's players need to perform.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then, like Joe said, there's a lot of expiring contracts, and I know most of those guys are probably gonna walk. So
Yeah, but then what does
see
he?
what
What does he do
happens.
again? He just starts from the ground up again. He goes to sign a couple guys.
You gotta draft and develop and bring them
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And you got to hope guys like Adam Brooks can step in as a full timer. Alex Kerfoot is just, man, what's he making? Like 4 million or 3.5 million? He is just dog shit. I don't know why they brought that guy in.
Yeah.
He's a waste of space.
He's on an
He's a
8-game
waste
point
of
streak.
space. Fuck. That's his first good 8 games his entire career. He's done
Yeah.
nothing since he came from Colorado, man. I play Pierre Engvall, or what's his first name? Peter Engvall?
Pierre Engvall, yeah.
Pierre Engvall. I play Engvall over Kerfoot any day of the week. He's a bottom 6 forward. I'm not playing Kerfoot on my bottom 6. Absolutely not.
Well, like Eugene Melnick once said, somebody forgot defense in their rebuild.
I think Toronto's pretty solid at the back end.
Nope. Eugene said it best.
Top 4 is really solid.
And also is on a super yacht blaming the captain. Anyways,
Yeah.
Mike, what's your pick?
Fuck. There's no way it's not the Leafs. Like, I think this is their best path to going far this year,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
and I think they built like a pretty decent team.
Yeah. If they do lose, it's not going to be it's not going to be the offense's fault. It's all going to be defense. Going back to the other point there,
You never
all
know.
going to be on the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can you lose with that
A
offense?
big
You can't.
factor too is the Habs going to be disciplined because the Leafs, you don't want to give those guys a power play. That's probably what it's the same thing with the Oilers Jets series. It's going to be dictated by the special teams.
Yeah.
5-on-5, it's going to be pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Mike,
can all
who
agree
picks the
Toronto
Leafs?
is going through, right?
Everyone said Toronto. Yeah.
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 Perfect.
All right.
On
This
to-
is where it
Ross,
gets interesting.
Ross,
You want my thoughts?
I want you to start the Edmonton Winnipeg thoughts. I want your thoughts on the series.
Uh,
Take it away.
I thought about this one a lot, but I have in my bracket Edmonton in 7. I think it's going to be a long fought series. They
No.
both, yeah. What? Why no?
I-
Why
Just go.
no?
No, continue. What were you saying?
Yours and let him talk after. Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Okay. For me, McDavid and Draisaitl, they're unstoppable. You can't stop them.
Yeah.
But I think the only issue that Edmonton could face is goaltending. They're really shaky at the back. So, and then Winnipeg, they've been on and off all season. They haven't really had a good pace this year, but anything could happen. You never know.
Yeah.
Carl, what do you think?
I just think there's no way Edmonton's losing. I just honestly, especially in the Jets chose the worst time to start sucking ass too. They just finished an 8-game losing streak. The Sens beat them twice.
Yeah, but the Sens are fucking good.
Yeah, I know, but still, they chose the worst time to start sucking. And Edmonton has been doing what? They've just been flying. They've been flying past.
Besides yesterday's game, they won 6 of the last 7 games.
Yeah, I don't even count yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was fucking.
I don't even care. Koskinen is like Swiss cheese you find on the ground.
Yo, he's so bad, Brand. He's fucking terrible.
Yeah, he'll be bought out next year.
So Mike Smith's gonna start all the games then, pretty much. Fuck.
Well,
I think if he gets injured, Stalock will come in.
Oh.
I hope so, but I don't know.
Oh.
All right, I need to hear the Leafs fans' perspective of the series.
Bro, if Connor just continues to play the way he's playing, putting up the points, getting the assists, getting the goals, there's no reason why the Jets don't get skeefed. You know what I'm saying?
That's what yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
It's just like same as the Leafs, right? If their top players continue to play well, then there's no reason why they don't win that series, right? But yeah. Connor, he's a top dog. What is he? Isn't he first in points?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nobody close.
Nobody's close, right? So yeah, he just needs to continue. And they have a young core there in Edmonton, right? So just continue. Yeah, you know what? I can see it going to like 5-6 games.
Same, yeah.
5-6 games. I don't see it going to 7, Yeah, 5-6 games.
I like Edmonton. I like Edmonton in 5.
5, yeah.
Yeah. They're good. Trust it's a year to do it. If you're gonna make it past the first round any year, you're gonna excel at anything. It's like the Leafs. Do it this year.
Yeah.
Who
Mike,
wants to
who
go
you
here?
have?
I don't know, man. Playoffs is different.
Yeah.
People bring their A game, and I like to think Winnipeg has better depth, but they don't have McDavid and Draisaitl,
Exactly.
and they have the better goaltending. But
Yeah, he's been sucking though. He's been fucking sucking major ass.
So I'm gonna snowball off of Mikey there. I actually have the Jets winning in 7. Yeah. So I mean, no disrespect, Moran's there. I just Winnipeg, they're built to be a playoff hockey team. Their D is the only question mark, in my opinion. Yeah, I know they've been sucking the last 10 games, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
But this team is a proven playoff hockey team. Connor Hellebuyck is a top 3 goaltender in the entire world. If he comes with his A game, that's gonna be a tough guy to crack. Even with Connor and Leon, and those are the two of the Connor's the best and Leon's a top 5 player. Those are 2 guys that are hard to stop, but you have to size them up against the Jets forwards. They have all 4 lines that can either score or bang. You got the top line with Connor, Scheifele, and Wheeler, or Stastny, whoever slots in on that side. You got Ehlers, Dubois, and again, it's Wheeler or Stastny. And then you've got Kopp, Lowry, Appleton. Okay, that's a big, heavy, fast line that's super hard to play against. And then you got your 4th line with experience of Perreault, Thompson, and Lewis. Okay, that's another line that bangs. So what, like, sizing them up, other than Connor and Leon, they win on the forward depth. Like, I don't think that's incorrect to say. Other than Connor and Leon, like, Nugent Hopkins is awesome and Yamamoto is awesome too, but Puljujarvi's untested in the playoffs. Cahoon's untested in the playoffs. And then you go to your 3rd line. I don't even know who's going to be slotted into the 3rd line because they got so many guys that are on big contracts with the cap space and things like that. So you got Tyler Ennis, Kyle Turris, and would it be Cassian?
Yeah, Brandon, is
Brand?
Cassian back or
He-
no?
No, he's not back.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, so
fuck,
he's
that
not back. So it's
sucks.
probably Chiasson.
James
And then
Neal.
the 4th line, you got Kara, Archibald, and Gaetan Haas. Is there their 4th line center now? 4th line center, or is James Neal slotted in there? And
I think the lines are going to be McLeod, Chason, and Neal. And
okay,
then the 4th will be either Haas or Jujar. And then Archibald and Shore, not Ennis. They haven't been playing Ennis. He hasn't
okay.
been. Yeah.
So like even those guys that you adjusted there, do you still think that that bottom 6 sizes up to the other bottom 6?
No, but the forward. Yeah, if we're talking forwards, their bottom 6 is definitely better.
Yeah. And that's what series are won off of, right? So that's my only reasoning why I have the Jets over the Oilers. But then when you size up the defenseman, like the defense, like Oilers don't have a spectacular decor, but the Jets have a fucking horrendous decor. They've got
So
Morrissey,
bad.
DeMello,
Yeah, it's Neil
Pionk, and
Pionk.
Stanley, and
Yeah.
Ben and Forbo. Like
Yeah.
that is a fucking awful defense core. So Oilers have the advantage there, but then when it's Smith against Hellebuyck, I take Hellebuyck any day of the week. So that's my reasoning to the Jets. I'd be super happy to see the Oilers move on because I want to see more of Connor McDavid hockey. But that's just that's my rationale for it.
Last year in the play-in round, who bounced the Jets?
That was
Names.
Calgary. It was Calgary, right? Yeah, it was okay.
My thoughts on
But
most
they
of
were
the things you
injured.
said. Yeah, they were. I just think Hellebuyck could be solved. It's not like he's a good goalie.
Oh, I think McDavid and Draisaitl will have that guy's number.
Oh yeah.
All
Man.
season we did.
Yeah.
Edmonton
Yeah.
have won their last 6 games against Winnipeg.
Yeah, and they've had all season. They've had all season to practice on him. So
Playoffs are a different beast, but
It is different hockey. So.
Yeah.
like actually Joe said at the beginning, I think special teams is going to be huge.
Yeah. If the Oilers, if the Jets are undisciplined, give the Oilers the series because their power play when they're hot's running at 43%. Like that's just absurd. So if the Jets can stay out of the penalty box, that's the only way they can like really cement in a chance of victory. If they're on the penalty kill, they're done.
Joe, what do you think the series is like? How long is going to be the series?
That series, I think it's 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
You can agree
I
on
think
that.
it's 7. Yeah.
Fuck.
Mike, you have anything to say before we get to Morano?
No, I have the Oilers in 7. I just think I like how they matched up in the season, so I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one.
Okay.
I'll just say one thing. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Mike Smith. I think without Mike Smith, there's no Edmonton playoff hockey this year.
I think he needs to go to sleep. He's too old. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's old, but
It is true. He's played great this year. He has.
Oh
very
yeah.
good this
With,
year.
without
And I
him, the
think-
season's done.
I
Mhm.
think he's probably, besides David and Leon, I think he's the biggest part of this team if we're gonna win.
You
Fuck.
need your goalie. You need your goalie to win.
Your goalie's your
Especially in
best
the
player.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just
He's done
hope
it
he
in the
doesn't-
past.
Yeah, he's done. He brought Phoenix. It was Phoenix then.
Yeah,
the conference
that
finals.
dog shit hockey team in 2011 to the conference finals. Yeah, like
It was mostly on his back. But
oh, absolutely it was.
Yeah.
loves him. He trusts him, and I trust Smith too. Although I get mad when he plays the puck like an idiot. But it's
Yeah.
a part of his
And
game.
you do have
I-
Tippett in there.
It's a better coach than Maurice.
I think Tippett's a way better coach than Maurice.
I don't know. Is Ehlers playing? Is Ehlers back, ready to play for Wednesday?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he was marked as back for game 1. I'll try to double check, but
I think he's a sneaky good player. He's like
Very.
One of their,
He had 46 points in 47 games.
he's
He's a big
finally
part of
getting
that
more
offense.
spotlight without that dog shit line. Eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Brand,
Pierre Luc Dubois on 2. Yeah.
who are you most afraid of when you see the Winnipeg lineup?
Good
Uh,
question.
There's one
I'd
answer.
probably there's more than one player. Obviously, I think Scheifele when he's hot,
Yeah,
he
it's
plays
Scheifele.
fucking well, and he's such
Yeah.
a smart hockey player. But I'm scared of their bottom 6 against ours, like Lowry and those guys. That's what's gonna win them this series if we don't beat them. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna give a full prediction. Last year I gave it to Joe when we played the Hawks and it didn't turn out well, so I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm gonna sit in my basement alone and play some loud music if they win.
There you go. There you go.
You know what? Fingers crossed. This is an important year. They need to do something.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
Yeah.
What do you want to slide to next? Which division?
Uh,
Let's do East.
yeah, I was gonna say East. Yeah.
Mhm.
Pittsburgh Islanders. They played
They
tonight.
played today. They played
They
today.
played today,
At,
and
at
New York.
I know.
noon.
Yeah, I know the Islanders won, but I still have Pittsburgh. So
Why do you have Pittsburgh, G?
they're just a better team. I like how they are. Sorokin's dog shit.
He's
Varlamov
young.
looks like-
He's
yeah.
very young though.
So I was watching the game today, and for about all 3 periods, first period it was all Pittsburgh, second period all Pittsburgh, third period about in like the 15th minute of the third period when it hit 15, the Islanders just turned it on. They just started flying. And it was all Islanders the rest of the game.
I still like
You
Pittsburgh.
see Pajot's goal? What a damn shot, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, man, so nice, so
man.
fucking nice.
Just reminded me of the Pajot music at the people singing Pajot at the Sens Arena.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Islanders, like they literally just turned it on. Like the Pittsburgh couldn't stop them.
Oh, do you guys both have Pittsburgh there?
Yeah.
Really?
All right.
I took
All right.
Pittsburgh to win just because Pittsburgh they got Jeff Carter and Malkin's supposed to be fucking playing again, but he didn't play today.
Can's
And-
filling in his role, kind of.
Yeah, but I just because the Islanders they were playing like dog shit too for a little bit before this, but
They had a bad ending, yeah.
yeah, but honestly, I don't. If Pittsburgh loses again to the Islanders in the first round, come on.
Who wants to take over their guess?
Joe, who do you have?
I have Pittsburgh as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won the season series on them. And also, you always bank on the team that's hottest going into the playoffs. Like, look at the Blues in 2018, right? Or 2019. Sorry, look at how the Blues went. I just think Pittsburgh brought in, like, they've got the experience, and they brought in a guy like Jeff Carter. That's a huge shifting factor. And the
Yeah.
Islanders have not looked good as of late. And I don't know. After, like, you brought it up briefly there with the sweep last time they met in the playoffs, like. Guys like Crosby, they don't forget that stuff.
That's what I mean. And look,
Malkin, Carter, that's not something that they can just put on the back burner. Like, that's fuel for the fire. And guys like Mike Sullivan, like, he's fighting for his job right now. Like,
you
if he
think
doesn't
so?
do something this play, oh yeah, man, absolutely. I think Mike Sullivan's gotten too many chances. I would have canned him already.
So I don't. It's just something when they play the Islanders, man. I don't understand. Kyle Palmieri, when he got traded to the Islanders, 2 goals in 18 games. Guess how many goals he had today?
How many?
2.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's just game one. I think the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to win that. I think it's going to go to the distance. I think it's going to go 6 or 7, but I think Pittsburgh's coming out of that one, despite how good the Islanders are defensively and bringing in Zajac and Palmieri and Coburn, like, just adding depth. I don't know, man. It's just a gut feeling that Pens are gonna go for it. It's Crosby, man. It's so hard to bet against Crosby.
Zajac
But did
didn't even play.
Gunsel get injured?
He blocked a shot. Yeah, and he got hurt.
I saw he got, like, tripped or something. I was working when the game was on, so I didn't get to watch. But
no,
yeah, man,
I was watching. It was he blocked a bad shot. He blocked a shot and he limped off to the bench.
He returned?
Yeah, he came back and played for a little bit, but he didn't look right like when he came back and played.
Okay, so that'd be a big loss.
Oh
for
yeah.
them.
Fuck yeah. Huge.
That's like a third of their scoring.
Yeah.
But he's like, Rust is awesome. Captain's playing great right now. Zucker's a proven scorer. If Malkin and Crosby are going off, those guys are hard to beat. McCann's had a quiet, really good year. Tanev's an amazing guy for the bottom 6. He is just a spark plug, great penalty kill guy. I think they have Zach Aston-Reese back in the lineup. He's good with Bluger and Tanev. That fourth line was one of the best defensive statistics line in hockey last year. And then I don't even know who's with McCann and Carter. I think it's like Freddie Gaudreau.
Yeah, it is.
Another guy. So, and like, there was a stat that they released there with the Pittsburgh Penguins, all 4 of their centers, and then they had like a 5th guy in there. They were all on faceoffs over 50%. And that's puck possession hockey. So against a team like the Islanders, you need that. You need that little added edge. So, yeah, that's Pittsburgh Penguins, in my opinion. They have the weaker decor, and maybe goaltending if Varlamov's hot. I don't know if Sorokin played today or it was Varlamov, but
it was Sorokin.
Sorokin. I still think Sorokin or Varlamov are better than Jari and DeSmith. Pittsburgh, they've won back-to-back cups with mediocre blue lines and a inconsistent goaltender, whether that be Murray or Fleury. And then they had just like guys like Oli Mata and Justin Schultz. Like, these guys aren't game changers in playoffs, right? So like, they've done it before, winning with a mediocre blue line. They can do it again.
Yeah, it's just Chris Letang. It's just Chris Letang. That's all they need. Yeah,
and John Marino is amazing too. Very underrated young defenseman. Thanks, Oilers. But yeah, they that's my take. I have Pittsburgh over Islanders.
Okay,
that's a good take. Yeah, I picked the Islanders.
No,
I feel like there's gonna be a big upset in the series. It's gonna go to Game 7. I don't know. There's just something about the Islanders and Barry Trotz, and I don't know. Like, I know Pittsburgh had their number all year, but I feel like the Islanders can turn things around in the series. Yeah, that's all for me. That's it.
No, they look good today for sure.
It's gonna be a
Zip,
close game.
Brandon.
You guys want to go?
I said mine, Pittsburgh.
I have the Pens in 7. I don't
Pens
know,
in 7. Me too.
the first games, and they say there's like a 60-70% chance a team wins if they win the first game or something like that. But
Yeah,
Fuck with
playoffs, anything
percentages.
happen.
it's
Yeah.
always like a feeling out game, and then you kind of adjust.
That doesn't mean shit when you're a Leafs fan. I'm still heartbroken, eh?
Fuck, man.
So,
What's your take on that, Brian?
me?
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously with the Islanders winning today, kind of gives them that confidence boost that they can actually go ahead and beat the Penguins. I still see the Penguins still winning this. Like, this could either be a game that, Penguins let them have, then they just can come out and just like completely destroy them. But it seems like the Islanders can kind of hang, so I can see this probably going again like 5-6. I don't see it going to 7. It can either go 5 or 6.
Yeah, we'll see. Fuck.
I got the Pens in 7. I think the talk about their defense, yeah, it was. I think their defense was weaker before, and I think Sullivan he developed them. They're better. They play better when you watch compared to back then. Like when I watched them get swept by the Islanders, was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the goals, honestly, were just bad pinches, 2-on-1s. It was hard to watch, and
It was.
I actually like watching Pittsburgh hockey. I like Crosby Malkin. Malkin's still got it. He had a really good season, even though he was injured. And I just think they got a tough team down the lineup. I think Pittsburgh is more well-rounded. So I could see 7 games though, because you never doubt the Islanders and the coaches and the defensive hockey. So Pens in 7 for me.
So everybody here has the Pens except for Klaus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next series.
Washington, Boston. That's a really hard one.
It's a crap. Anyone want to start that off?
Yeah, I'll start.
Ramp it up.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so I took Boston in 6. I just think the way they're built is just like go through their lineup. You literally look at each line. You're like, okay, this is a really good hockey team. They're well built, forwards, defense, and just when did they play yesterday? They played yesterday. When they played yesterday, it was just like, how is Washington keeping up with these guys? It makes no sense. Ovechkin just came back from injury. This is his first game back from injury. He came back and he's all over the place. He's all over the ice, flying, sending hits left, right, and center.
Awesome.
And Pasternak looked
hockey, Carl. Come on.
Pasternak looked invisible yesterday too.
I think they played him well though. I think Washington played him well defensively.
And then also fucking Craig Anderson coming into the game too.
I like Washington because Craig Anderson's going to start the entire series now. So
until Samsonov gets back, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Love me some Craig Anderson against Boston. Everybody knows what happened last time he played Boston.
Gio, I have Washington too, in 6. So.
Oh, Craig Anderson's gonna get us the dub, Close. It's okay.
Go.
I got Washington in 7. I think they're just a rough hockey team. Like even I see Backstrom throwing hits out there. It was good to watch. It was a good game. They're just a tough team to play, man. And I think Boston's usually known for being the tough team, But I like Taylor Hall. Obviously, I don't like him.
That's a sour taste in your mouth.
RC scored last night. It's okay.
Yeah.
But and the defense, I don't think Boston's got the defense to beat. I think Washington's defense is good.
They're good. They are.
Orlov, Schultz, John
And
Carlson's amazing.
Carlson, that's it.
Carlson.
Yeah. I think the goaltending is going to be a big part of that series. I have it 7, but if you shut down that first line, what's Boston going to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys down the lineup like Craig Smith and Charlie Coyle, and I like Drake DeBrusque, but
they'll send Connor Clifton after you.
Yeah, they'll send him after you. I still have Washington though. That's my take.
Okay.
I have Boston winning that in 7. So this is probably the most like the series I was most excited for out of the first round, just because I think they're so evenly matched. They both have playoff experience now. The reason why I don't have the faith in the Caps is like what Brandon was saying is goaltending. I have zero faith in the Capitals goaltending. But like I have Boston. I can't count out that team, man. Like those forwards, it's just such a sick team up and down the lineup. And I
Yeah.
think the only way they can win with the decor they have is off the backs of the shutdown pair with Lozon and Miller. I think those guys have to play that Ovi line, whether it's Ovi, because I saw that they mixed up, they switched Wilson and Mantha. So Mantha's playing with Ovi and Backstrom now, and then Oshie, Wilson, and I think it was Sprong playing on that
Yeah.
second line
That's
because
what it was.
Kuznetsov's out. I think if Kevin Miller and Lozon can shut down that Ovi line, and then you bring in whether it's Carlo and Mike Riley on that Oshie line, like you can have McAvoy and Grizz. Like it's just about matchups. That's all this series is going to be is matchups. Is who's out when who's out. And like like the Bergeron line needs to be much better. Pasternak needs to be clicking offensively. Last night, like you said, he was invisible. That second line with Hall, Krejci, and Smith, that line is a lot better than people give it credit for. Charlie Coyle, you mentioned Brand. Charlie Coyle could be a serious X factor in that series. Richie's finally playing with discipline, being that power forward that they need him to be. I don't know if Kase is nearing back into the lineup. He's always injured, that guy. But Jake DeBrusk, he had a terrible season, but you're going to see what he can bring to the table in the playoffs. He's a playoff hockey kind of player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored last game.
Absolutely. Yeah, he
Sneaky
is a
shot.
playoff player. Sneaky, he's deceitful. Yeah, he's a power forward. And then you got Corrali, Lazar, and Wagner. I think Wagner's one of the worst hockey players on the face of the earth, but he does what he's there to do is bang bodies. And like Washington, I can go up and down their lineup too, but I can't count out Boston. And then Tuukka Rask too. When that guy's clicking, he's just amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to mention Halak.
Yeah,
Good
Halak
goalie,
or
too.
Swayman. That Swayman kid is
Swayman
good too.
he came in a few times.
Yeah, exactly. He played well too. And I know you guys Ottawa fans that he kind of sucks, but Mike Riley's been playing well for the Boston Bruins. He's been very simplistic. He gets shots on net. He makes a simple first pass. I like what he brings to the table there. And he's with Brendan Carlo. It's not hard to get that freedom to be offensive with Brendan Carlo, but I like him on that team. Yeah.
He wasn't playing that bad before he got traded.
No,
we got a good round draft pick for him.
Yep, third rounder. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And Ottawa drafts well, so that may turn into something. But like, and then I start to play devil's advocate with myself when I think about the Caps lineup, and I think about John Carlson, that power play, and Ovi when he gets going. Yeah, he was discombobulated out there. He was too focused on just burying people last night.
Yeah,
he killed Krejci.
He destroyed Krejci. Oshie's been playing amazing since his old man passed, and Wilson, that was a snipe short side there, or far side shelf. That was a sick shot.
That was good.
A very underrated guy they brought in was Michael Raffle from Philly. I think he rounds out that bottom six really well. Like he complements the Eller and Sheary line pretty well, and then
I saw him out there a lot. He
takes a lot of defensive zone faceoffs, and then you got Garnett Hathaway, who's a psychopath. Like he should probably be in like a mental hospital or something. And then you got Carl Hagelin, who's an amazing penalty kill guy, and Dowd. He's nothing spectacular, but again, he'll get the job done. He's good in his own zone, and
overtime winner.
Yeah, you know what? Like it's a really hard series to predict, but I just got to go with Boston. That's my gut.
Yeah, same here. I can't see them losing, Joe. I'm just sitting here like I can't see Boston going home in the first round.
No, they've got way too much experience in there. Like, yeah, they're missing Chara, and I think Krug's overrated, so I don't think that's an issue. But I missing Chara, that's a big one.
Yeah.
But you can see, man, Chara's not comfy playing in that series. He has not made one smart pass at all. Like, yeah, he's still being physical, but man, he looks like shit out there.
No, I think he's nervous playing against his old team.
Yeah, like I don't think he knows how to handle it. Jensen doesn't look good either.
Wait till he goes back to Boston.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Jensen. Who's Carlson playing with right now? Orlov?
Yeah.
I believe it was Orlov.
Is TVR still in their lineup, or is Schultz back in?
It's
Played
Schultz.
yesterday.
It's Schultz now.
Schultz played with
See, I like
Dylan, I think? No, I don't know.
Brendan Dillon. Yeah.
very, very good pickup by them coming from San Jose. I think he didn't get
Yeah.
a lot of credit because he was playing with Carlton, and he also had Burns and Vlasic on the decor. He's very, very good. That was a very underrated pick. And then yeah, I think JV or TVR should be in over Jensen. I don't know why that the Caps love him so much. Laviolette. I don't know why they like Jensen. He is not good. And I miss TVR and the Blackhawks. So I don't. But yeah, again, sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. Boston in 7.
Link.
Unlike the Islanders series, I feel like every game in this series counts. So if, like with the Islanders winning, like I said, I still see Penguins going through, but like I feel with this series, it's kind of like every game like really counts, right? So obviously it was a close match. They end up going to overtime and winning. Washington's a great team, and they won the cup recently. What, in the last, was it 2 years ago?
3 years.
Oh, like 3.5, yeah.
3.5
years, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But like Boston's a team that you can't count out, and I know that personally. Yeah, stuff on Tuesday. I can see this going to 7, but like this is like out of the ones that we've been talking about, this is one series that I don't really know. Man, I don't know. I want to say Bruins as like the upsets, but like you know what? I'll say Bruins in 7. I'll say Bruins in 7.
Yep, solid.
Zippy.
For my bracket, I had the Bruins in 7, but this is one of those series where I'm like not too confident in my pick because I feel like it's kind of could go either way. Both teams are really good, but my thought process was I liked how the Bruins were starting to play near the end of the season. They acquired Taylor Hall and also goaltending. I think Boston has the better goaltending. And then you have like now Washington has their third goalie and it's Craig Anderson, so like he could be.
He's got experience. He's got
Yeah,
experience.
he's got experience. He could be a wild card, so I'm not too sure.
He's beaten them before. That's all I'm gonna say.
How long till Samsonov's back? Because if let's say a hypothetical, Samsonov can't get back till game 5.
Okay.
And then in that hypothetical, Anderson drops the next 3. You know what I mean? Is Samsonov really going to be that big of a deal breaker? Like Anderson could lose them the series by losing the next 2.
Okay.
You know, like
What if he wins them the next 2 games? What do they do then? Do they have to start him?
you got to ride your hot goalie. I don't care. I don't care if your starter comes back. You ride your hot goalie.
Yeah.
Like again, yeah, we'll get into a different series after. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, Anderson is.
Yeah.
He's a maker.
It's like 40, man.
He's 30. He turned 39 this year, and he played 2 games this season.
Was he one? He was 1-1.
Is that including the playoff game?
No.
Oh my god.
Yo, he kept falling over yesterday, man. He couldn't keep his balance.
He does the same when he was in Ottawa, man.
Yeah,
the guy comes out and he like loses his balance.
And he cuts his finger while cutting chicken. The stupid fuck.
I wish Lamb was here for that. He'd ramble on about it.
Oh,
It's so funny. Oh yeah, he thinks that it was purposeful.
Let me cut this. Oh, my hand.
Oh my hand, no. Oh. Fuck.
All right, you guys want to hop on to the next series?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Central.
Ooh.
Yes.
Carolina and Nashville.
Ooh.
Should have been the Blackhawks. No, I'm happy they don't have to play the Hurricanes and watch them get absolutely butt pumped in the first round.
Yeah, I got Canes in 5.
I got
I
the
think
same thing.
I think Nashville could squeak out like 1 win.
Yeah.
You know?
I hate
Carolina
that franchise more than anything.
Yeah, I got Canes in 5.
They could
I
be a
hate
dark
the-
horse. I don't know.
No, man, no way, man. The Canes team is so well built. Their defense is amazing. Their forwards are amazing. Their goaltending too. They can switch between 3 solid goalies too. Between Reimer played a lot, Nedeljkovic played a lot, and
Reimer's not good.
and Mrazek.
Mrazek.
Yeah, Reimer's not good.
I think they're riding Mrazek, and then if he starts to slide, like if they lose one game, I see them just jumping into Nedeljkovic. He
Yeah.
played so well in absence of Mrazek. I have the Hurricanes absolutely shit pumping them in 5 games. I hate the Nashville Predators more than anything. They're a dog shit franchise. Love the city, but they're a dog shit franchise, and I hope that they relocate. But yeah, Carolina's just too deep. Like they're just a dark horse to win.
Yeah.
Like I don't even consider them a dark horse anymore. Like they've earned the right to be favorites now. Like they've earned the right to be contenders.
They're good, man. They're really good.
They're deep. They're a wagon of a team, and like Trocheck, holy shit, Florida's kicking themselves in the heels for letting that guy go so easy. Oh my god, he was almost better than Aho this year. He was amazing, and then they're just getting Teravainen back, so it rounds out that Aho Svechnikov Teravainen line, and then you got Nichas, who's been playing amazing. He's a rookie. He's got a ton of potential. Niederreiter's good. Fogel's good. Stahl's good. Jesper Fast is good. Like they just Martin Nook's a spark plug. They just have so many guys that can just go. Like it's kind of they kind of give me a similar vibe other than their top line to the Vegas team in 2018 where they just got a bunch of second line guys that can just play in every zone.
LA in 2015.
Like yeah, they're the hard workers. They brought in Paquette as their 4th line center. They still got Brock McGinn down there. And then they got their defense, Slavin and Hamilton, probably one of the best defense pairs in the NHL. You got Pesci, Shea. I think Gardner's back in the lineup. I could be wrong. And then they got that Hakanpää guy from Anaheim who just hits everything that moves. He hit his teammates if it meant a good stat. And then they got Mrazek who's coming back. I think he's a solid goaltender. I don't think he gets enough credit. It is easy to look good when you have the decor like that. But then you got Nedeljkovic too, the young kid who's been playing amazing in his absence. And then, like you said, Reimer's the 3rd string. But it's just too good of a team to see them fall. Like Nashville's never had offense. They have that one line with Johansson, Arvidsson, and Forsberg. If you lock them down, they've got no secondary scoring. Colton Sissons and Duchesne can't play a string of 5 games good together. And then you got Tolvanen, who's an unexperienced rookie. You got Eric Holla, Granlund, and Cunnin. They're good 3rd line guys, but they're not game changers.
Yeah.
And then their 4th line is I think Cousins, Yarncroc, and I don't think Brad
Grimaldi?
Richardson's back.
You forgot our cousin
Yeah.
Rocco.
It could be Grimaldi, but if Brad Richardson is healthy, he's in our lineup too. So I just those forwards, those 4 lines don't stack up. Not even close. Not even
No.
close.
No.
That first line isn't even their 3rd line on the Hurricanes. Their only shifting factor, like the only potential they have, is their top 3 defensemen is Yossi Ellis and Ekholm. Fabro's still too young. He's not an X factor at all in the series. And then their bottom 2 D, it's whether it's Benning, Borowiecki, Gabranson, or Harper. Don't know why they have an obsession with bad defensemen from Ottawa Senators, but they're terrible. They're terrible. I can't see them going. And then UC Staros is like 5'1". Rene is one of the worst goaltenders to ever step on the ice in the NHL. So they just can't win. It's Hurricanes all the way.
Mike?
So, Mike, you want to take
Sure,
over?
I don't think anyone's probably gonna have the Preds on this podcast.
No.
I do have it in 6, but I don't know. I'm not gonna count Nashville out completely. They might be able to win a couple of games. It could be a sweep though.
Yeah.
I think Carolina's team is just built way better than Nashville.
Absolutely.
100%.
Like it just doesn't compare. I think it's just up to goaltending. If Carolina gets good goaltending, they could go far.
Yeah. Well, in the season series, I think Nashville beat them twice, and it was like their 2 last games, and Carolina didn't have anybody
They're
playing.
sitting players. They didn't care.
Yeah. So
I have Carolina as well in 5. I just actually I'll go far to say that Carolina is my team going to the Cup Finals. I think their
Really?
defense is
I do
just
too.
Carolina's defense is amazing. They got 4 underrated forwards. People don't talk about Carolina too often. I mean, I don't want to talk about 2006, but I like them a lot this year. They're a really good team. They got depth everywhere. Hard-working team. And then when you talk about Nashville, like a two-line offensive team, and in the past they just haven't shown up. It's what's gonna happen again. Carolina's gonna play them rough and tough, like they did against Washington 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay just scored with 1 minute left. Wow.
Awesome.
Who scored? Who scored?
Quickly, another point I want to add to that, just because it doesn't get talked about enough, is how good of a coach Rod the Bot is. Brindamore.
Oh,
How good of a man. Those guys, you can just see the fire he lights under them every single game. You got guys in after games saying like they'll run through head first through a wall for the guy. Having a guy at the helm like that, it's hard not to be successful. He's
Carolina
one of the
legend.
hardest workers to ever play the game. He won a cup with the team. Everyone loves him. Like it's such a good situation they have there.
Yeah, I agree.
What are your thoughts on the series? Nashville.
Any thoughts?
Be right back.
What?
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like Nashville doesn't have like crazy scores. I feel like they're just an all-around scoring team. But yeah, I just feel like Carolina is like way too good. I can see the game like. I feel like the consensus is 5 games, and I'll say Carolina in 5 in my opinion.
All right. Let's hop to the next series.
Florida, Tampa, which is being played
Yo.
right now.
did you say they tied it?
No, Tampa tied it, and then Ryan McDonough just took the lead with 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I thought you said they tied it. Yeah, it's 5-4.
no.
What the fuck, man?
Fuck that.
I'll slap it right now, and I'm saying Florida is winning the series in 7 games. Florida is.
That's what I have.
Florida's rejuvenated. They're back to being. Well, they weren't really amazing like this ever, but they got all 4 lines that could just bang, and so much skill, and their defense. Mackenzie Weegar, shout out Ottawa boy. But
Good Nepean boy.
I think the only thing is Bobrovsky, which I don't know how bad of a goal it was, but that guy can't stay in for 7 games.
I have to go Tampa.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tampa. You can't doubt them either, but I just think
They got to defend their cup. It's,
Well, I didn't. Well, with Kucherov back now, anything's possible for that team.
that was my deciding factor.
Yeah.
Kucherov.
Yeah. He scored. I'm pretty sure he scored today. No.
Twice.
Yo, guys, I swear to God,
I missed the whole season.
Yo, I took Kucherov for a hat trick. I swear to God.
Might get an empty netter. You never know.
Yo,
One
20
off, Carl.
bucks. 20 bucks.
18
bucks.
seconds, Carl.
Oh my! $20 pays me $980.
You don't get it, Carl.
Hopefully he gets the empty netter here. Other than, like Rossi's saying, got to defend the cup. Other than the Blues, because fuck that franchise when they were defending it. It's so hard to bet against the returning champs. But I also do have Panthers in 7. It's kind of true. They have 4 lines that just piss you off. They play the right way. Also, they have one of the best coaches to ever be in the game with Coach Q. A mustache. I wish I could just have 2 minutes in a room with that guy. The amount of questions I'd fire through. One of them would be like, "How did you make that mustache so glorious?" But he probably smells amazing. Anyways, he's an amazing coach. And they bring in guys like Sam Bennett, who's been a proven playoff guy just on a crappy ass team with the Calgary Flames. Thank God they're not in the playoffs. Didn't want to see that team in there. Garbage. Sam Bennett's been playing amazing. I think he's set a franchise record for most points in the first 10 games with the team or something like that. It was some crazy stat like that. And then you got Barkov. Not anyone who says he's underrated now is just an absolute idiot that doesn't pay attention to hockey. He's one of the best, if not the best, two-way centers in the NHL. You got Huberdeau, who's just absolutely amazing. If that guy's not in the Olympics, I'm gonna puke everywhere.
No, he's
Duclair's-
underrated.
Yeah, he'll make
He's
it easily.
Huberdeau is very underrated, man.
Yeah.
Very underrated. So much talent. And then Duclair's looked good there. His speed complements Barkov. You got Carter Verhaeghe, who is a fourth liner on Tampa, barely kissing into that lineup, and now he's a first line guy playing unreal. Mason Marchman's a big physical guy that Toronto, I don't know why they let him walk away. They got Nalachari from Boston, from Providence College. Okay, he
Yeah.
bangs in the playoffs. He is hard as shit to play against.
Yeah.
Patrick Hornqvist is near. Is he back or is he not back yet?
No, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Another terrific playoff guy. Terrific
and,
playoff guy to have.
Frank
Frank
Vatrano,
Vatrano is
too.
a psychopath too. Yeah, he is a low-key psychopath. Don't get in his way. Then we got to dive into the defense. Again, shout out to Mac Weegar. Good Ottawa boy. He's been playing amazing, especially in Ekblad's absence.
Really good.
You got Brandon Montour, who's looked very good on that team. I know he had a couple rough seasons, whether it was Buffalo or with Anaheim. He looks finally rejuvenated as well. Keith Yandel, one of the all-time good guys to root for. He's an Iron Man, obviously, not missing a game, and I don't know, what is it, 920 now? It's hard
I
not
think it's
to root for a
980.
guy like 980. It's hard not to root for a guy like that. Everyone loves him around the league. We all watch the Spit and Chicklets podcast. Every time he's on there, it's a blast too. So it's hard not to like that guy. Anton
pranks.
Strawman. Oh yeah, the pranks too. Anton Strawman was a guy that was a big part of that 2015 Tampa Bay Lightning playing with Hedman. I actually think he made Hedman look a lot better than he did that whole playoffs. Gustav Forsling is a guy that came over from Chicago, so he's familiar with Q. He relies on him too. Marcus Nudivera and Radko Gudas, both those guys, they slot in. I think Nudivera is the odd man out, though. I think he's the seventh defenseman, but Radko, psychopath Gudas, that guy will throw an elbow at your chin any chance he gets. He's hard to play against. It's a piss off to go in front of the net when he's out there. But Bobrovsky, dog shit.
That's their biggest problem. It's their biggest problem.
Sergei Bobrovsky. He was every time I saw him win a Vezina, I cringed. I hate that guy so much. He's so shit. I played Drieger all the way.
It
I know
makes
he's
no
a
sense,
backup, but I
man.
played
They're
Drieger.
fucked. They fucked themselves. They literally fucked themselves because they
10
have
mil for that fucking.
They
joke.
have him signed for another 5 years,
Spencer
and they have
Knight's
guys like Spencer Knight and Chris Drieger.
Yeah,
Drieger
exactly.
walk though.
Oh, Drieger may get taken in the draft.
I think he might get taken by Seattle.
No,
Yeah,
they won't protect Bobrovsky. They'll protect Drieger.
Spencer Knight. No.
Yeah, I guess that's a smart move because no one's gonna pick up 10 mil on a goaltender like that.
They would want
31-year-old or
Seattle to take him.
32-year-old. Fuck, I would not want that guy.
Did you guys see what Dorian said about the Seattle Kraken? So Ron Francis called him, and they had a conversation about the expansion draft that's going to happen. And he said, "We here at the Ottawa Senators know that we are going to lose a very good player in this expansion draft." I don't know if he was just fucking around with the media just to make it seem like it, but he said, like, straight up, "We know we are going to lose a very good player."
For fuck's sakes.
Yeah, I hope it's Colin White. I swear to God, I hope it's Colin White.
But Pierre Dorian also thought that Cody Ceci was a good defenseman, so maybe it's gonna be like Derek Stoppon or something.
And
yeah. Let's not
Colin
get too
White for
sidetracked.
sure.
Let's not get too
Who's,
sidetracked from that.
Who's up next for this series? Mike?
I had the Panthers in 7, like everybody else. It seems.
No, I
Oh,
Tampa.
that's for you.
Yeah.
Process Tampa, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is another tough one because, like, Florida, they look good this year. I know they demolished Tampa in the regular season matchup, but they didn't have Kucherov and Stamkos. And then I'm just thinking, like, okay, so Stamkos and Kucherov come back, but how, like, are they 100% healthy? How are they going to affect the team? Like, frig, they win tonight. Kucherov gets 2 goals, so clearly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if
And a couple assists too.
yeah.
Braden Point too, man. That
I
kid's
might have
unstoppable.
beat Tampa if I would have known, like, going into it. I don't
Braden
know.
Point too, man. Fuck, that guy's amazing.
Team. They won the cup for a
Love 'em.
reason.
Oh my god.
Ending, like,
Yeah, Vasilevsky could play 1,000 games in a season. Like, that's psychopath. That guy's huffing Russian gas every day.
It's legit
Yeah.
gonna come down to goaltending.
Yeah.
Who's next for this?
Hold on, I just want to quickly ask you guys: is anyone very underwhelmed by what David Savard has done since being brought in?
Yeah.
Like, man, bringing in David Savard at his best should have made that decor so much better.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially like having him with like Sergachev, give him free reign to do a little more with the puck. Like, shouldn't that? Like, I just don't get it. Anyways, I'll
Is
let
it
you
like
guys go.
a Carlson situation?
What's that? Sorry.
Is it like a Carlson situation where he's like one of the best defenders on a team and he goes to San Jose and I don't know, it just doesn't fit the system? Like,
Well, man, he was playing the shutdown role on a pair with Gavrikov in Columbus this past season or season and a half. And then he's a shutdown defenseman. He's a big physical guy. I don't understand how he hasn't succeeded with Tampa. I don't know why he hasn't done much. It just doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, new system, new faces, I guess makes it a lot more difficult.
Needs time to adjust.
Exactly.
Yeah. Link.
Like you guys were saying, with Stamkos and Kucherov back in the lineup, Lightning a sense of hope. But I feel like Huberdeau and Barkov have been going off the whole year. This is gonna be a good series in my opinion. Like Lightning are gonna want to defend their title, like Ross was saying. You know, Panthers have been going strong with those two guys. So I can see it going to 7 games actually, 7 or 6 for Panthers.
I took Panthers. Lightning in 7.
Yes, Gio. Me and
The
you,
two
baby.
brothers disagreeing on that.
They disagree on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky's so fucking good though.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Game
Yes,
changer.
for sure. Yeah.
I guess we're going to the next division, the West. Colorado, St. Louis.
Oh.
Not even close.
The scariest part about these two series is they have probably two of the best favorites to win the cups, but you also have two teams that could be very well the best upsets with Minnesota and St. Louis. And I fucking hate St. Louis. But
Minnesota.
man, like, yeah, Minnesota beating Vegas today. Like Tom Pizzulo,
Yo,
he
they shouldn't have
asked me
won.
who
They should
wins
not have
today,
won.
and I said the Wild. And like I should have bet on it. I don't know why I didn't. I bet on Vegas like an idiot. But man, I actually
Yo, they
think
shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have won.
that's
They
okay.
got
They
outshot.
still
They
did,
got
though.
outplayed.
They did, though.
At the end of the day, they got the W.
They got the dub.
Cam-
And you know what?
Cam
You don't
fucking
want
Talbot.
that. Cam Talbot, yeah, and thanks Oilers. Man, you just don't want to give a team
Fine without
gearing
him.
up for an upset that much fuel. Like, it's confidence. Yeah, it's game one, doesn't mean shit, but man, you don't fuel an underdog. You cannot fuel an underdog.
Blues in 7.
What?
Anyways, I
That's
don't
a
want. I don't
hot
even want. Yeah.
Holy smokes!
That's a hot take.
Did
G,
you know
what
that
do
they
you
just lost their leading goal scorer?
I don't know. I just feel like if there's a team to upset any team, it's definitely going to be somebody playing against Colorado, and St. Louis can definitely do it.
No.
Okay. I think St. Louis can do it. I don't know. I watch hockey. I know you guys do too, but I think St. Louis can do it.
I think.
Link, what do you think?
They can always do it. That's hockey.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like when it comes to like playoff experience, the St. Louis Blues have that experience.
Yeah.
But Rantanen has had he's been having a crazy year this year.
For
Same
sure,
as
yeah.
and McKinnon, and even Antizgog on your head.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Weren't they the favorites going into this season?
One of them, yeah.
One of them, right?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have like the craziest amount of like playoff experience. Anything can happen, but I still feel like they're still a powerhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
It can go all the way. So yeah, I can see them maybe winning in 6.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at either thing, honestly.
No.
Both teams are good. I think they're both good.
Colorado in 5 for me.
We'll see.
Ooh,
Colorado in 5.
Yes,
Colorado
Whoa.
5. Me too.
that guy watches.
I did.
Whoa.
I did Colorado. I did Colorado in 4.
Okay.
They're gonna
That's
All
the
right.
hottest take.
Wow.
I think it's gonna be clean sweep. No, just because Ryan O'Reilly wanted to open up his stupid mouth and say, "Oh yeah, if there's any team that can beat this team, we're the team." And it's just like, why are you talking? You're so. Have you seen what Colorado looks like when they're fully healthy?
He's so
Damn.
handsome. Zippy, what do you think?
How did they fare in the season against each other?
I think it was
I don't
split
know the
even.
season
No?
series. I have no idea the
Check,
season
I'll
series.
check.
I didn't watch much of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I know, me neither.
That was the hardest to watch. I didn't want to watch games like LA and San Jose and Arizona. Like Arizona's the most boring team in hockey to watch. They're more boring than the Islanders to watch. And San Jose, all 3 LA teams just
The
what are you fucking
California
doing?
road trip, they're not good anymore.
California, sorry, yeah. Like they're just dog shit. All 3 of them, they're just dog shit.
Yeah.
Bottom of the barrels.
I have Avalanche in 6.
Yeah,
Avalanche
same.
Also good pick.
won the series, but St. Louis won the last 2 games against the Avalanche.
One less. Yeah, I don't. It's hard to look at the last 2 just because a lot of teams were sitting their big guns.
Season
prep.
series was 5-3 Colorado.
5-3 Colorado. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, like Nathan McKinnon's. He is just nuts at hockey. He's nuts at hockey.
Crazy.
He's
Oh,
one of the most competitive psychopaths on planet Earth.
If I could,
I'll
I'd
bring
like
up a guy that no one said yet. Kale McCarr is
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kale McCarr, man.
This
Yeah,
guy
he's
is
nuts.
That's another you
future
don't wanna
Norris
give them
candidate for many years.
Yeah.
I think Gio forgot about him.
Sure.
Yeah, you forgot about him when you took St. Louis. Wait till you watch this guy play more.
People are gonna notice him in the 2022 Olympics too, when he's just
yeah.
making every American look like his bitch. Yeah, that team, that Colorado Avalanche are nuts. With Kadri at their second line, like Toronto, I don't know what you're doing letting that guy walk that easy or trade him that easy for Tyson Barrie, who's not even there anymore. Like, man, he was the best third line center in the NHL, and now he's playing where he needs to be. He gets the power play minutes too. Like, he's just amazing. Then Brandon Saad, love him from Chicago, so I'm happy to see him on a successful team. And then Burakovsky. He's played well since coming from Washington. Saad's so underrated. I know you're going to talk about that too. Saad's so underrated, man. Two-way power forward.
Yeah, I hope he's a future Oiler, but I think even the defense, Colorado's they're up and down the lineup. They're stacked.
Yeah,
And I think
it'd be nice to see Johnson back though.
Johnson would be nice with Devin Taves,
Yeah,
and
like
they'd all
that.
look good together.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
Girard
because
is
they have
underrated.
no shortage of play rusher, man. Because think of how easily they get out of the zone with all 3 pairs. You got McCarr, Girard, and Taves. All 3 of those guys are a one-man breakout.
Gerard's really underrated too, actually.
Super underrated. It's just because he's
Yeah.
5'2". He's so underrated.
Yeah.
And then Connor Timmins has actually looked good too, which is nice to see. I haven't really seen much of him since he played in the World Juniors in 2018.
Yeah.
Kyle McCarr is on that team as well. I just love watching that kid play, man. The way he can just use his edges and his angles to just make people look like his mutt. I don't understand how he can he's laterally faster than me on adrenaline going straight forward. It's nuts how well he can play on his edges.
When he has the puck, he
Yeah.
can turn so much easier than everybody else. I don't understand it.
He can turn on a dime. He can stop on a dime. He's just too fun to watch. And then obviously another div rival like with St. Louis. If people listening are confused, I hate Nashville and St. Louis because they're div rivals with Chicago. I just think they're too predictable, man. Berube, he's such a brain dead, like old school hockey guy. It's like F1 hard on the body, F2 pick up the puck. Just dump and chase, play physical, block shots. Like, it's just so dumbed down. I can't stand watching the Blues play. So I hope it's Avalanche in 6. I can't stand that team.
If there's one team to
Pennington's
beat
overrated
Colorado,
as
I think
hell.
it's St. Louis.
Mike,
Pennington's
you wanna
overrated.
hop in here?
Yeah, I also have the Avs in 6. They're just a powerhouse team, man. Like up and down the lineup.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if St. Louis did beat them. But it's just kind of disappointing if it happens. Like Colorado's the team. They're just so entertaining to watch. Like Edmonton and McDavid.
You wanna see McKinnon go far?
Yeah.
I want to watch him
for
as much
sure.
as I could, and Makar.
But Colorado, they're so deep. They're deep at every position. Every position they're deep. Even their forwards, there's guys like you got guys like Donskoy and Calvert and
Nichushkin,
JT Comfort's really
Nichushkin,
good.
JT Comfort. You got
Calvert.
and the list just keeps going. It literally just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to make
The
that.
thing is, though,
Tyson
is
Yost.
Grubauer.
Tyson Yost is good.
Grubauer is one of the best backups, but is he a real starter? Like, it's good that they brought in
Find out.
Dubnyk. That's an insurance marker, but I don't know. Is
Yeah.
Grubauer a Stanley Cup winning goaltender as a starter?
He played a lot better this year, that's for
Well,
sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just because Colorado's deep doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna win. Like you know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Everybody's saying, "Oh, they're too
Different
deep. They're
story.
too deep." And being a head coach in that league, like you said about Berube and Jared Bednar, right now Jared Bednar's a loser compared to Berube.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's how it is. And I think if you're gonna outcoach somebody, Berube could definitely do it. When he won the cup, no one expected him to do it. So
Yeah, I don't think the Blues won a cup off of coaching, because if you like, even when they
it
show
was
like the
play. It was
background stuff,
yeah,
the
yeah.
team
But
was just
St. Louis
hot.
was looking.
The team was hot.
Yeah,
That's
And
all it
they were
was.
looking for a head coach for.
No,
they were looking
shut
for a head
up.
coach
This
for a long
guy
time.
has no fucking clue what he's talking about. The reason why they
I
won
don't-
that Stanley Cup was because of
Rube's
Jordan
not a great
Beginnington,
coach.
okay? Remember how good Jordan Beginnington was?
Yeah, he played amazing. They were a hot hockey team.
Playoffs, man. And O'Reilly.
Link, I need
Yeah.
your Colorado prediction versus Louis.
I did mine already.
You did yours?
I said them Colorado in 6.
All
Yeah,
right, Ross, did you go? Besides you shouting
Yeah.
out Avs in 5?
No, Avs in 5. They're just way too deep of a team, and honestly, I think they're winning the cup this year. That's my team.
Me
this
too.
year.
Avs all the way.
Colorado.
Okay.
They're my favorites.
Before I don't want to
okay.
hear it, Gio. We'll talk about Vegas.
Okay,
Let's
me
go.
either, bro. It's bullshit.
Minnesota now, eh?
I know. I just have a different favorite to win the cup, but it's okay. All good.
Who is it?
Okay, it's Vegas. Let's go. Next round, Vegas.
Okay, next Vegas, Minnesota. Let's go, Gio. What do you got to say?
We're all Golden Knights. We are all Golden Knights.
From a
We are
fake,
all
fake
Golden
Sens fan. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Sens,
have-
for the captain.
I have I have Vegas in 6.
Vegas in 6.
Yeah.
Vegas
I
in
had
5.
Vegas. I had Vegas in 5.
Vegas wins the
but,
cup,
after
hands
today.
down.
Minnesota
After
won.
today.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. They need to
They
win
go the
all games
distance.
now. They need to go
Yeah.
1 now if my prediction's right. But
Yep.
you doubt guys like Kirill Kaprizov. That guy is
What a
money.
season.
Yeah, I agree.
Mike knows how long I've been talking about this guy. This guy is a star, and people are witnessing it now.
Is he gonna win the Calder this year?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Or
if
maybe a
he
competition.
doesn't,
I think it's a question.
yeah, if he doesn't, there's
Not even
something
close.
wrong.
Yeah.
Josh Norris.
Stutzel will be good. I trust me. I told you all about Stutzel, that how good he was going to be over Byfield and Lafreniere.
Yeah,
You'll see how good he gets after in the
yeah.
future.
I have no arguments. Kaprizov, hands down, it's unanimous for me. You know, there's.
Oh,
this is-
he led them, honestly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder where they'd be
Rookie
without him.
year. Reminds
Yeah.
me of Solani.
Ooh,
Mhm.
juicy.
So you have him at Vegas in 5. Same with you, Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Links, how about you?
That's what I have too.
Yes,
Me?
Mike.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ever since Vegas came into the league, they've been surprising everybody. With Minnesota winning today, it's kind of like you don't really know where it's just. I can't see them winning 4 in a row, like people are saying, like in 5 games. I can probably say. I can see Vegas going to probably 6, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That was my prediction before the playoffs. My prediction now has changed, but Minnesota has good defense too.
Oh, they're very well rounded as well.
Yeah.
Zip.
Underrated.
Yeah, I also had Vegas in 5. After tonight, I don't know. Could possibly go to 6, could possibly go to 7. But
Mike, they outplayed them the whole game.
did they though?
Yeah, it wasn't close.
We watched,
It
I
wasn't
watched the
close.
whole
I
game.
watched the full game.
Yeah.
It's just
Joel
a
Eriksson,
game.
Joel Eriksson X scored the stupidest overtime winner I've ever seen.
Can play, but
Yeah.
A
they
goal's a goal,
won.
Carl.
A goal's a
Their
goal.
own
They
end.
won.
I know, but that doesn't change the fact of the play of the game and how the rest of the whole game played
And
out.
they won in Vegas's barn with fans.
Yeah, that's huge.
They shut out Vegas and they won away. Like, it's not a good look for the first game.
Not
No, exactly. So
and
what do you think the second game's going to be like?
Well, Vegas is
Oh,
gonna have to
obviously,
come out flying.
obviously Ryan Reeves
Yeah.
is gonna take a shit
Flying.
on them.
They gotta start fucking
Flying.
grinding it out. Get the
Yeah.
big dogs in there.
Yeah, guys like Alex Tucker are gonna score. I guarantee you. Make that prop bet for me, Alex Tucker.
Mark your soul for a goal and an assist. That's a good one.
But
Um,
and you know what?
I-
Fleury had a fucking good game today. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
today. He played really well. Like he grade A scoring chances, and he robbed them all game. Kept them in it, but you know, not their way.
Yeah.
I got
Vegas-
Vegas in 6. I have Vegas in 6. Yeah, I think that the Wild's gonna make it a tough series. You briefly mentioned their decor. Their top 4D are very solid. Spurgeon is one of the best defensemen in the NHL. He's so underrated. He may go to the Olympics 2022. Him and Suter have been just absolute rocks back there for the past 6 seasons. And then you got Dumba and Brodin. Brodin's another very underrated defenseman. Dumba's a little overrated, but I think Brodin makes him look a lot better. And then even their bottom pair, Susie and Cole, like those guys can play too. Ian Cole has looked good the last 3 seasons, all playing in playoff series. Like he won with the Pens back to back, I think. Or he was either one or the two.
I think it was both. I think it was 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just the star power that Vegas has, and Minnesota had a great season, but it's so hard to bet against Vegas, man. They're too much fun to watch too. They're way too much fun to watch. And I love seeing Mark Stone play with that C on his chest. He should have had it in Ottawa. I love watching that guy play. He's so smart, 2 ways of both ends of the ice. Chandler Stevenson, it's nice to seeing him get more ice time since he left Washington. He's playing that fourth line role. And Pat Chiaretti, it's nice to see he's not getting shit on by the Habs fans anymore. He can put the fuck
Amazing.
in that man, that guy.
Good shoot, yeah.
And then that Carlson line's still the same from when they came into the league. Alex Tuck's awesome on the third line too. Yeah, I just love Vegas. That's my favorite to win the
Yanmark too.
Yanmark
Really
from
good.
Chicago, who had a great season. He had a great playoff with Dallas, and then he just kept his game up playing in Chicago, and then it was a nice little trade off. I think it was like a 2nd round pick we got for that guy. So
Pretty good actually.
how are you? Yeah.
What other team has a better goalie too?
Pardon me?
What other team has a better goalie duo than Vegas?
No,
Oh, yeah.
they have a
Yeah,
tandem and a half,
Even if
man.
Fleury say he's not on this game, they have another starter.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
Yeah, and one of my favorite defensemen, Shea Theodore, baby. Thank you, Anaheim Ducks. What an absolute idiot. Was that Murray? Murray that made that stupid deal? He said,
They wanted
we'll
to
give you
protect Josh
Theodore if
Manson.
you don't take Vatanen. No, it was Vatanen.
I'm pretty sure it was Manson. Was it Vatanen?
Yeah, they said they would give up Theodore if they wouldn't take Vatanen. How embarrassing is that? Whether it's Vatanen or Manson, Theodore is a better defenseman than both those guys now.
Yeah. Theodore's.
He was 20
Theodore
when they
looks
gave
better
up
than
on him.
Pietrangelo. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He does. He does.
looks-
Very smooth skater, man.
He does is right.
So good with the puck. Yeah,
Yeah.
so good. I love watching him play. Him and Makar are 2 of my favorite defensemen to watch play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of
No, it's not-
going through sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and then you got guys like Revo who will just absolutely beat your skull in if you have to too.
Yeah. Instead of going series to series and all the way through the bracket, we'll just everyone talk about their favorite team and why to win the cup.
Okay.
Oh,
Those
who
two,
lose?
those 2 attached twins.
Well, you already know my pick. It's Vegas all the way. I'm going to go Vegas to the cup, Vegas to win the cup. They came so close over like 2.5 years ago, and I think for sure this year they could definitely get it done. 100%. defense, offense, goaltending. We already spoke about everything towards them. You know, it's all too perfect.
Carl?
So in my bracket, I chose Vegas to win the cup. But like actual, like now looking at it, judging by the way, like Minnesota, they won the game today. But like I said, Vegas outplayed them. But still, you know what I mean. If they're losing a game to Minnesota, what's the rest of the playoffs going to be like for them? You know what I mean? It's just one game, but still, even after today, I still think Vegas still has it like locked in to win the cup. I think they're deep. Their forwards are good enough to take them all away. The defense is good enough to take them all away, and they have the best goalie tandem in the league. So, I think they have what it takes to win the cup for sure.
Get the job done.
Link? You gonna be biased in this one?
To be honest,
I want to hear the biases. I want to hear it.
No, I don't see them winning the whole thing just because they're known for choking. Like, bro, you can give a 2-year-old a meatball, okay? You put it in its mouth. There's a better chance of the Leafs choking than that 2-year-old with the meatball in their mouth, right?
I like that. I like that.
Oh, that's funny.
I like, bro. You know, like that Boston series still haunts me to this day, right? I have no trust for that team. Like, you put me in a room, you put Slenderman in one corner, and you put someone in the other corner saying Leafs blew a 4-1 lead. I would shit my pants to that person saying that, right? I don't know.
Baby.
I don't know. I was going to go downtown with pots and pans. My uncle was actually telling me he was going downtown with pots and pans ready to celebrate, right? We're up 4-1. Bro, fucking 4-2, 4-3, 4-4. They were about to do a U-turn straight on the freaking highway, right? Fuck. But
They're on the busy Toronto highway and got smoked by a big transport truck.
Oh,
when it comes, like, honestly, they could surprise people. The thing is, they haven't played any American teams the whole year, so you know how these American teams are, man. They're powerhouses, right? So yeah, Leafs finished first, but like they didn't play against Boston and all these you know,
All these other teams, yeah.
More
Right.
More
well-rounded.
experience. More
And
experience.
they struggled against Ottawa too. A couple games there.
Honestly, it'd be a dream to see them, but like if they beat Montreal, like I don't really see that. Like when they play the winner of like Winnipeg and the Oilers, like I'm not too confident in them for some reason, especially with Johnny T not playing like amazing. Obviously Austin Matthews and Marner are playing great hockey. But when you're asking me who's gonna win the whole thing, looking at it here, I'd probably say I'll say whoever's the winner of like the Avalanche and the Golden Knights series. If they end up going to the next round, I say whoever wins that series will win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So either the Golden Knights or the Colorado matchup.
I like that.
Good picks.
Yeah.
Good picks. Brian?
Obviously, it'll be a dream if my team came through, but
Okay, no. Be serious. Be
Yeah,
I don't
serious.
think
Didn't
we're, I
say
don't think we're
dream.
ready
We
yet.
said who we
I'll be
picking.
honest, in an honest opinion, but Colorado's deep. They're gonna prove everyone about. Everyone says, "Oh, playoff experience." I mean, Saud won a cup. Like they have good players. They're well rounded, and if they line up against Vegas, I think they're gonna prove everyone wrong because I know a lot of people have Vegas over them.
I don't disagree, but Colorado's a very good team. Can't really
No.
say anything.
Me, I'll go. I think the finals is gonna be Colorado against Tampa. I don't know why. I just think it's gonna be that's gonna be a great final if it is. But McKinnon, look, what a line! What a fucking line!
He's pretty cute.
Oh yeah, he's fucking. Especially with the Tims in his hand too.
Oh yeah, the Zamboni there.
Yeah.
No,
But-
that line is really good though. You're right. That line is disgusting.
I know they don't have as much playoff experience as the other teams, but they're just a powerhouse from top to bottom, and I feel like this could be their year. They're
Beating
gonna have trouble
Tampa.
against Vegas or Minnesota, but I think St. Louis they'll blow past them. Mike, Joe,
I have Vegas winning the cup against Carolina.
Let's go.
Tough one though, because like I feel like either like if Vegas goes through and Colorado goes through, I think it's gonna be one of those teams that go to the finals
It's a good one.
from
Yeah.
that division. But I don't know. I just think Vegas. They're always they've been good ever since they became a team. They just haven't won that cup. And I don't know. Although it's like it's very tough to predict these things, especially hockey, man. It's so unpredictable.
Anything could happen. So many underdogs come
The
through.
thing with Vegas, I don't know. I feel like they just don't have that. Like I know they have Mark Stone. I just feel like they're missing that like superstar finisher, which would put them over
I think
the
they're
edge.
missing a number one center.
Yeah.
And Chandler Stevenson there right now, right?
Everything else, but-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's there because they need the speed. Because Pacioretty and Stone don't have it, right? They don't have that foot speed. But yeah, I had the exact same finals, Vegas and Carolina. The more I think about it, like in my bracket, I chose Vegas, but the more I think about it, the more I think that the Hurricanes can pull it off. It is nice to think about like where Vegas and Avalanche they have that gear up before they even get to the conference or the Final Four. I'm gonna call it Final Four because there's no conferences this year. They have that tune up, but Vegas or Colorado will get the number one seed when it's the reseeding because they were the top two teams in the NHL. So you have to think about it like that is they're going to face the technical fourth seed in that top four. So you have Carolina who's gearing up with a closer matchup, a 2-3, right? So I don't know. It's a coin toss. That series could go either way. I just love Carolina. They're an absolute wagon, but I have in my bracket Vegas, but the more I think about it, I'm going to go with Carolina as the favorites to win the cup.
Okay. Wait. Everybody
That was the
answer
team
this.
I had in my final too. Carolina versus Colorado.
Everybody answer this hypothetical question. Leafs versus Hurricanes 7-game series.
you're on
Who
mute.
wins?
The Senators.
who?
The Leafs in
Senators.
Carolina 7-game series.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina for sure. That's who I have. I have Toronto coming out of the north, so it would be Toronto versus Hurricanes, and then on my bracket I have Bruins coming out of the east, so it'd be
Yeah.
Vegas and Bruins. Yeah, I think Hurricanes. I think they win that matchup pretty easily. Maybe go 6 just because they have guys like Matthews and Marner, but yeah, Hurricanes in 6. Let's go with that.
Hurricanes in 6. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think the Leafs compete with any other team that's not in the country of Canada. That's what I think.
Outside the north, you mean?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like they haven't played. I'm sorry, there's nobody in this division that's like even worthy of competing with Colorado and Vegas.
No.
I'm just like, doesn't make any sense. And you should be scared. See, if you see a big B, run. Be scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Why do I feel like I'm being attacked right now?
You're not, man. You're not.
It's
I could
okay.
say-
I get attacked on the
No,
daily.
I'm
by these
just
guys.
I'm just playing. I don't know. They don't stand a chance against American teams.
Yeah, it's.
I don't
I'm just
know.
telling the
I
truth.
wanna
Like, Toronto's the
see-
best team.
I
Toronto's the best
really
team in the
want to
North.
see. I
Yeah.
really want to see a Canadian team win the cup, man. I really do. I don't care which team it is. I just want to see a Canadian team win the cup. Just the Leafs probably have the best chance. And it sucks because I want to see Connor and Leon win a cup, but they need a better team around them. They need a goaltender too, big time.
Yeah.
But they've drafted well. They've drafted well. They've got guys like McLeod coming into the lineup. They got Bouchard. They got Proberg. Like they've got the young guys to help round out this team. It's just you got to hope Jesse Puljujarvi continues to increase his skill or I guess chemistry with Connor McDaddy. You know, like Puljujarvi could be a a good guy on his wing for years to come. So it's just the things got to come together. I just want to see a Canadian team win the cup. I don't care who it is. I want to see a Canadian team win the cup if it's not the Blackhawks.
It sucks that everybody has to rely on that as the Leafs being our only hope. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ottawa soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna end the podcast there. Thanks for giving your opinions, boys. We'll talk about it more as the playoffs advance. Thanks for watching Kick the Can podcast, episode 4. Zip peace. Rinse it 20.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Peace.
See you, boys.
See ya.
Peace.